Hello everybody, welcome back to F1 Manager 24, where in today's episode we're going to be doing two Grand Prix. One is going to be simulated and the next one is going to be driven full, like normal. Just to try and speed through the season a little bit, we're going to do a few races that are simmed. I think most of you agreed with that on the last video. So we are going to simulate Miami, which is a sprint weekend. I'm not a huge fan of the Miami track, so we're just going to sort of let the AI control us on that one. And then we're going to come back and do Imola in Italy, which will be a much better race, to be honest. A proper racing track, as the purists would say. In terms of the car, though, we do have some changes to make. So chassis number 1 is no longer going to be used for Daniel Ricciardo. He is getting the brand new chassis, which should make him a lot quicker. If we have a look at rank on the grid, it should make him 3 times faster in grid spaces for top speed, 1 for acceleration, 2 for DRS, and 1 for medium speed as well, and make him a lot lighter in terms of what's happening there. So you can see that's the comparison if we were to put it on car 2 compared to car 1. Obviously it's on car 1 right now, so yeah, not too bad at all. Rear wings are slowly coming. We're manufacturing them, or we will be in a minute anyway. We've got quite a few bits to manufacture. Side pods, we haven't done any of them yet. We might design some new side pods. Underfloors, both cars have got underfloor 2 with underfloor 3 coming once it's manufactured, and suspension number 1 is there as well, and we are designing a new suspension part, if I remember rightly. There we are, suspension number 2, researching the front wing, and we have the chassis being manufactured. So we can also now manufacture underfloor number 3, which will take a bit of time. So 2 of them will be done in 16 days. Okay, so that'll be Monaco, which will be pretty useless. So we're actually aiming for like Montreal, basically. So Montreal was like 35, wasn't it? Yeah, 35. So can we get all 4? We can get all 4 done without rushing them, so we will go for that. Now obviously I said it's going to be rubbish for Monaco. It wouldn't be. It's still going to improve our slower speed cornering, or low speed cornering, but we don't have to worry about that. So number 2, we've already got 6 of them. We don't need any more of that. Rear wing, we do need some rear wings. So 3 days, 6 days, 12 days. So the new rear wing will be ready, and spares ready for Imola as well. So the plan is to not really upgrade the car too much more. After the suspension and then maybe the side pods, I think we're going to try and focus just on research for next season. Even though we're still early on in the phase this year, the save has gone so much better with how we've been managing our money and not wrecking cars on every race. It's been much better, to be honest. So we are currently sitting 6th. We are 24 points off Mercedes, which isn't too bad. Oh, the thing I forgot to check was with the new chassis on the car, what does it say? Daniel Ricciardo only puts him up to 11th overall. And it puts him up to 10th in Miami. So we're not expecting to get points here in Miami. Oliver Behrman's 14th. Daniel Ricciardo is 10th. So yeah, we're not really expecting to get points. So I think we're going to play it very safe. So 14th and 16th for the 2 drivers for their race targets. We're going to simulate this. We'll be back after it. Okay, so Miami has been simulated. Daniel Ricciardo up to 5th, picking up 10 points. Absolutely superb. Obviously, we did all the strategy and stuff. We just simulate the race. Ricciardo up to 5th. Ollie Behrman climbed 4 places to 12th as well. So both drivers doing very well in that one. No incidents to talk of involving our cars or anything like that, which is great. We're still not brilliant on the pit stops, but we do get our payouts as well. So 14th or higher and we got 5th, 16th or higher and we got 12th. So good work from both drivers in Miami. Daniel Ricciardo also picked up a point in the sprint race, so we are looking good, and our suspension design is complete as well, and Power Riviera is going up to a 79 rated overall, so all looking very good at the moment. On the cars, what have we got? We've got the side pods need replacing, that's not a problem, and suspension needs replacing on Danny Ric's car, and nothing on Ollie Behrman's, which is nice to see. But we do now know, okay, we've got a space, but we've got no available spaces to do it at the moment. Let's get a bit more research going for next year. I think we're going to have to do an underfloor in here because we've got a new ATR period. Definitely make sure we get that done. Maybe about half of it. I think that's, yeah, that would be pretty good, wouldn't it? Let's do half and half on the underfloor. So half of 92 will be something like 47, 48, something like that. 46 would be half of 92. So we'll do that, and then we want what has the most. Okay, so it's actually airflow sensitivity. We want to nail all of airflow sensitivity, because that is the one that has the biggest impact there. So we'll go with that. We'll put 1 engineer on it, and lovely stuff. Just get that going. Another bit of research in there. We could go and do something else, but I don't think we're going to do. I think we're going to look after our money and be quite sensible. But yeah, Daniel Ricciardo having a storming race out in Miami, which is lovely. We are scouting some drivers as well. We were scouting Dennis Hauger there, just because we don't have any affiliates, so we might need to keep an eye on the affiliate side of things and see what's going on. So development rate is high, pricing, okay, so out of contract at the end of the year. Okay, not too bad. I'd like development rate to be like very high. That's what I'm generally looking for. If we look at our drivers, then Ollie Behrman does have, I think if we look in here, yeah, development rate is very high for Ollie Behrman. So that is what we're looking for an affiliate we bring in. So probably not going to be Hauger at this point. But we will get into the Imola Grand Prix in Italy in this video, as my wife has just texted me, so bear with me. And we are being told that side pods are in stock. So do we? I mean, we've got a spare one in there, and we're probably going to develop. Should we? I said we'd be careful, but should we design a new side pod? Shall we design a new side pod? We'll put. I don't want to put too much in it because I'd rather favour research. So we'll put a few. Let's put 20 wind tunnel hours, and 1 hour of CFD hours, just to give us a little bit of boost. Okay, so lifespan, we can knock that down. That's still going to be 4 to 8 Grand Prix, so that's fine. And then potentially we go airflow, not too fussed about that, not too fussed about that. It's all about cornering, basically, early on in Season 1. So I think we go for that with the side pods. How many engineers have we got? We've got 6 engineers. Yes, please. That's going to take 22 days. We can rush it. We can do it in tenths and learn. Should we do it in tenths? I feel like that's a lot of money in the first year, 3 million. 22 and 15 days. So 22 would get us to Montreal. 15 still wouldn't be in time for Monte Carlo, so we might as well do 22. That would give us 6 days to then build some. That should be okay, I think. Right, so we will get the side pods done, and then that is all of our design stuff done for the year. I say that right now. Obviously, I might change my mind as it goes, but you also get to see a little bit more of the background information that's going on if we simulate a race and then do this as well. So 3.86 million in the bank from that. Lovely stuff from our sponsors coming in, which was nice. And now we need to do so because we were over the amount with last month. We don't have to do as much this month. So your scouts will take part. Yep, scout. We can get our scouts out there doing stuff for STEM. That's fine. Your sporting director give talks to VIP. The weather centre will be affected. Ooh. What else have we got here? Race engineer interview. Pit crew. Don't want to do pit crew fatigue. Engineering team size. Facility. Wind tunnel. Factory advert. Or the factory VIP tour. Driver mentality development. I mean, Daniel Ricciardo. I feel like wheeling Daniel Ricciardo out for something would be something Brawn would have to do. And then we just want to get over into the edge, don't we? So let's go for our sporting director. And then have we got anything here that... No, nothing actually. We've got to do loads. Bloody hell. Okay, don't want to do pit crew fatigue. Head of aerodynamics can go out. And... Oh, that's not going to be enough, is it? We need to get to the line. We need to get to that max payout. That's too much. That's not quite there. That would just take us over there to factory. Okay, we're going to have to do the factory. That is a full schedule. I was hoping that wouldn't actually happen. But it is going to get us 3.86 million, which is a lot of money. So, yeah, I think we are all good right now. Okay, so rear wings have been made as well, which is lovely. So rear wing number 2, look at this. Look at that for improvement. Oh, it's going to be lovely. Install on car number 1 and install on car number 2. DRS effectiveness is going to go up by 9 places. Yes, please. That is going to be superb. On both cars. So we now have rear wing number 2, front wing number 2, chassis number 2. Yes, it can go on both cars as well. So Imola is going to be very, very good for us, I feel. Underfloor, we do have underfloor number 3. That can go onto Daniel's car. straight away. And obviously suspension isn't going to be done yet because we're only just designing it, but we're getting there, aren't we? We are getting there. Oh, staff. So Daniel is feeling positive. Oliver Bevan's feeling pretty neutral. Yeah, these guys are unhappy. Attitude, very unhappy. That'll come round when they've got a bit more linkage with their drivers. All of our staff are. Let's not worry about how our staff feel. Let's not worry about that. Let's not worry. Right, we'll be back for the Imola Grand Prix. We'll do practice off camera, and then we're back to go into qualifying and everything like that. What is the weather looking like for Imola? Overview. Friday, sunny. Saturday, sunny. Sunday, sunny. Lovely, lovely stuff. We'll be back for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix at Imola, where hopefully we can pick up some more points after a very good showing in Miami. See you then. Right, into qualifying we go, and yes, a change of t-shirt. I had a quick break for dinner and spilt something down my black t-shirt, so we're now in the Austin FC MLS shirt from Austin, Texas. Right, into qualifying we go at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Did I change the car parts? Did I change the car parts? 100%. Yes, I did. Okay, so we've got new engines for both drivers as well to try and maximise our qualifying position. Now, new components on the car. I'm expecting us to do relatively well. We're actually going to send out Ollie Bearman early on. Straight out Ollie Bearman on those soft tyres. See what he can do. I think he's going to... I'll tell you what. If he goes out straight away and has a free track, he does have a free track. So this is going to be a representative, a very good time for Ollie Bearman. 1:13.0, not too bad. Let's send out Daniel Ricciardo just behind Logan Sargent, which is a bit of a concern because Logan Sargent could be a bit of a hazard, yellow flag hazard, as Zhou messed up there. So that's going to cause him. But we go second and third, which is quite good because we've actually gone quicker than Russell, Stroll, and, well, the others we probably should beat. Let's see. We're not far off the McLarens. We are showing some pace. Well, at the end of Q1, the upgrades we bought have put both drivers into the top 10 in Q1. Now, it's a little bit skewed because Max Verstappen only qualified 9th. But, yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this is looking so far. So, into Q2, we're going to go and see what we can do there. Again, let's send Ollie Bearman out early doors. Let's get both drivers out early doors, see if that can work again. As Ollie Bearman, if you just get to the start, that's it. Right, he's going to get a clean lap. There's a yellow flag. Ollie Bearman ran wide. Brilliant. That's going to affect his lap. He may. He's got minor underfloor. Ollie, for God's sake, what are you playing at? What are you playing at? So there we go. So Leclerc goes quickest, 0.4 seconds off. And, yeah, obviously Ollie Bearman had a bit of a shocker. But damaging your underfloor, mate, that is not good. The new underfloor as well, Ollie. It's a new underfloor, man. What are you playing at? So as Q2 it sort of ticks down, Bearman is going to be out. He's going to be 14th with that damaged underfloor. Daniel Ricciardo is currently 7th. Looks like he's holding on to that as well. Quicker than the Mercedes. Again, quicker than both Aston Martins at the moment. A few final laps just coming in. But Danny Rick up to 7th. Ollie Bearman is out in 15th. Yes, that underfloor damage has affected him quite a bit. But Daniel Ricciardo into Q3 in 7th position. Now, I'm going to put an old set on here so that we've got an extra set of softs. Q3, okay, you're missing your underfloor. Brilliant. Brilliant. We'll have to give you underfloor 2 then, won't we? You absolute moron, Ollie Bearman. Right, manage the session then, in we go. Ollie Bearman is sort of the long-term project for this team. I would like to keep Ollie Bearman and see how he does. Let's send out Daniel Ricciardo on those old tyres and see how he develops, because Danny Rick's not going to be around forever. As much as we would love Danny Rick to last forever, he's not going to be around forever, and he's probably going to be the first one that gets a look at potentially having a replacement driver. He's got a 2-year contract here, so he has got plenty of time to go on his deal. He's not going to be let go just after this straight away. But, yeah, let's go out there, see if we can beat the rush. Oh, just in behind Carlos Sainz, who's just doing his warm-down lap. Beat Russell, beat Russell. Yes, we got out just in front of George Russell. So this should be a little bit of an improvement, really. It is. P8 is where we get to, so it's going to be between us, Hamilton, and Russell as we get to the end of Q3. But, yeah, Danny Rick, he's probably will see out his contract, and then we'll look to replace him at the start of Season 3. But Ollie Bearman, I would like to see what he can do. He's only got 6 months left of his contract, but I sort of feel like he's going to have a good time of it to show what he can do. So Danny Ric will be starting in 9th, Ollie Behrman down in 15th, and he'll be going back to his old underfloor because we don't need to emergency manufacture any components. I think in real life, Ollie Behrman would get a penalty for that because it's not the same Parc Ferme car that he had before. Anyway, I'll sort out the strategy. We'll be right back. Okay then, ready to go. Both are going to do a medium to hard strategy, which I think most of the field will be doing. Danny Ric going medium push, medium push. We're going to try and drag Ollie Behrman's mediums out a little bit more, do something slightly different, because obviously he's starting a little bit further back. We could have gone the softs, maybe gone for a two-stop with Ollie Behrman, but we've got a lot of softs in reserve in case there's safety cars and things like that. So let's see. At the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, it's 5 red lights. We're away. It looks like absolutely everybody is on mediums. We've got a couple of softs at the back. Iwasa going on hards as well in the V-carb. But we are away, and we're focusing on Daniel Ricciardo at the moment, staying in 9th, just ahead of George Russell, into the first chicane. Is everyone going to get through clearly? Yes, they are. With no incidents so far. It should be a good race here. We're going with the same strategy again with Danny Ric, which is underfuel the car massively and see what he can do. So he is still now just definitely in front of George Russell. He's going to squeeze in there as Ollie Behrman overtakes Logan Sargent early on. Let's watch that one back a bit further back in the field. He's going to just chuck it up the inside here. Yes, he is. Well done, Ollie Behrman. Gets that move done. Lovely jubbly. Right, let's go for the classic Daniel Ricciardo high aggressive moves. It does seem to be paying off. And again, Ollie Behrman will just say rarely defend. Don't worry too much about it at the moment and see how you're getting on. But yeah, Ollie Behrman up to 14th. Danny Ric stays in 9th. Not too bad. So we know the car has pace, especially with Danny Ric behind the wheel. It is looking very good, isn't it? As we come into the final chicane on the track. And then you have a nice downhill sweeping left turn. Then you go right. Then you have a big sharp left. And then a double left, basically. So you go left here, left again. And then you're on the start-finish straight as you come around. A very fun, difficult track to drive on the F1 game. But you can see Tsunoda and Iwasa swapping positions between the V-carb Red Bulls as Danny Ric's going to have a little go. Here against Fernando Alonso. Don't think he's quite going to have enough to get this done. He'll just drip back into the slipstream. And just sit behind him. We can't have a lunge up the inside. We told him to be aggressive, and he has been aggressive. And he gets past Lance Stroll. Sorry, not Fernando Alonso. He does get past up to 8th. We have a crash involving multiple cars quite early on in this one. It's Logan Sargent. I told you got to worry about Logan Sargent. Luckily, he is behind us. As he always got hit from behind. He's into the wall. Is that going to be a safety car? Yellow flag at the moment. Are they going to pull something out? No, it looks like they've sorted themselves out as Logan Sargent and Zhou picked up damage there. As Daniel Ricciardo going for a move on Lewis Hamilton as well. We do need to just start bringing everything back in line with how they should be now. And look, Daniel Ricciardo flies past Lewis Hamilton as well. And now he's going to see if he can catch up to the 2 McLarens in front of him, or at least one McLaren, which is Oscar Piastri, who we were sort of matching in qualifying, weren't we? In that Q1 period, we weren't too far off the McLarens. But yeah, we're settling in for the race now. 3 laps down, Ricciardo up to 7th. Ollie Behrman still climbing the ranks, getting past Iwasa on those hard tyres round the outside. A lovely move from Ollie Behrman, and now he is chasing down Lance Stroll, who's in front of him. Ollie Behrman doing a good job in that car as well. Daniel Ricciardo can't quite catch Piastri, 3.6 seconds behind. We're sort of just position swapping with Lewis Hamilton behind us as we just try and manage the car and what we're doing here. But you can see Ollie Behrman 81%. We pushed them a little bit hard on that first stint, but yeah, we'll see. Ollie Behrman up to 13th, Ricciardo into 7th, and I imagine Lewis Hamilton will get a move done here. We probably do need to just put Daniel Ricciardo on top up for a little bit because he's going to struggle. He's going to struggle to keep up with Hamilton if he doesn't have any battery to use. So if we just tuck in behind Lewis Hamilton and just get that done, we shouldn't be too bad. If we can stay with him through up to the next DRS zone, or the next lap, because there's only one DRS zone here, then we will be okay. But you can see we're sticking with him quite easily. Let's go on to harvest while we're here, because probably won't need to deploy at all. Piastri, Perez, Norris, Sainz, Leclerc and Verstappen all pulling away quite easily. Behrman is still having a look here because Tsunoda's all over the back of Alonso. Tsunoda goes up the inside of Alonso and gets that one done. And Ollie Behrman now is having a look at the experienced Spaniard. And, well, this fighting up the front is working very well for Ollie Behrman here because he's not too far off the points. Tsunoda does have a 4.5 second gap to Lance Stroll, but I don't know. I feel like we're quicker than the Aston Martin and the V-Carbs at this race today. And we're showing some good potential here. Here we go. So we've charged up a fair bit of battery there. 24% we charged up through that lap, which is not too bad at all. And all the while sticking in the pace of Lewis Hamilton. In fact, we're going to stick it on top up because we're just going to keep position swapping with Lewis Hamilton. Absolutely no issues with that at all. And yeah, the race so far, 8 laps down, or 7 laps down, on lap 8, looking pretty good. So Ollie Behrman making a move on Yuki Tsunoda to gain another place as well. He's having a lovely race, is Ollie Behrman. As you can see, takes it on the inside, has beaten him there out the chicane. He's up a place. So Piastri ahead has picked up a mechanical fault, which could open up another position to be gained there. Russell has completely somehow got away from us. We've just put Daniel Ricciardo to ease off his tyres a little bit because we're just running out of a strategy here. Ollie Behrman as well, just running out of his tyres. But we've asked him to avoid high-risk curves, and he's still up in 12th, so doing a really good job, Ollie Behrman. We may just have to get Daniel Ricciardo to avoid those high-risk curves as well. We've got to extend these tyres to the pit stop so that we can get on those hard tyres for a stint. If a safety car comes, I think we'd go hard tyres and then put on a pair of softs towards the end, or we could go like soft as Lewis Hamilton has a look up the inside. Great move from Lewis Hamilton up the hill. Yeah, does really well there. Ollie Behrman's got a fault apparently. Oh, I don't know. Perez has got a mechanical fault. Okay, well this race is getting blown wide open here. It really is. We're down to 9th with Ricciardo, but that's not too bad at all. It's where we started the Grand Prix. But yeah, with the amount of mechanical faults in front of us, you just never know, do you? It might be worth us going for a cheeky undercut. I think we are, you know. I think I am. I think I'm going to go for a huge undercut, get on the fresh tyres with Daniel Ricciardo, and see what we can do. He has just gone past the pit, so it will be on the next lap. But I feel like that could be a good move, so we can tell him to stop avoiding those high-risk curves, get back up into medium running. Yeah, so he's going to be pitting a couple of laps early, but we shall see. Stroll comes in to the pits as well, so let's see. And there is Daniel Ricciardo into the pits. Verstappen with a mechanical fault as well. Russell is in, Alonso is in, so Behrman is going to jump a few places here as well. Ollie Behrman will struggle to get those hard tyres all the way to the end, I think. Danny Rick comes in. We need a good stop here, boys. Come on. Come on. It's a 2.5. Yeah, it's getting... The times are coming down on the stops. A great pit stop there. I think we've actually gained some time on George Russell as well. Now, do we go... Do we mix something up here? Do we change? See, because Ollie Behrman's got another set of mediums. I'm going to put Ollie Behrman and softs. We're going to put Ollie Behrman onto softs now, and we're going to mix his strategy up. 4th fastest pit stop of the race so far goes to Daniel Ricciardo, which is lovely. And yeah, Ollie Behrman will be coming in on his next lap. So let's get some temperature in those tyres, and we'll see what Danny Rick can do on these. They should make it. They should make it to the end, I think. But he's got lots in reserve if needs be, as you can see there. We're looking to try and battle our way past... Who would that be? That's got to be a lapped car. I don't know why they weren't getting out of the way, because Russell is technically the car in front of us. So, yeah, there you go. So, Ollie Behrman, we're doing a bit of a strategy on the fly again. You know we love a bit of that. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. But the guys are doing okay. Ollie Behrman's actually... We'll track him because he's just about to come in for a pit stop here. So, Hamilton is coming in as well. So, does Danny Rick get the undercut on Lewis Hamilton? Not sure. We had a bit of time behind that lapped car, which I'm going to assume was Sargent, because he is awful in this game. Well, I mean, he's pretty dreadful in real life, isn't he? But, yeah, we shall see. There is Ollie Behrman. That's Lewis Hamilton there. Danny Rick. I don't think Danny Rick's going to take Lewis Hamilton here. I don't think he is. But Ollie Behrman is in the pits. And is it going to be a decent stop? He's not. He's being held. It's a problem. Ollie Behrman, unlucky. A delayed pit stop, 6.5 seconds. That's really going to hurt the driver. Danny Rick is out in front of Lewis Hamilton, battling with Lance Stroll. Danny Rick can't quite get the move done. Lance Stroll gets in front of him. So Danny Rick has dropped a position after the pit stops, but I do think Iwasa still needs to pit as well, so we shall see. But Ollie Behrman is out. We can get him just running those normally. I think that's soft tyre, and then we'll probably go soft potentially. We'll just keep an eye on it. Norris pits as well. Ollie, now we've got the temperature into Danny Ricciardo's tyres. We can give him a bit of battery as well, and just make sure everyone is on battle assist while I'm just managing both drivers at the moment. As you can see, right on the back of Lance Stroll, we should be able to get it done, to be honest. It's just then we've got a huge gap to the cars in front of Lance Stroll. Has he pitted yet? Has Stroll pitted? Yeah, he has, but Iwasa hasn't. Some of the guys out front haven't. Behrman will get Hulkenberg when he pits. So, yeah, interesting. Danny Rick going for the move. This is not a place that you normally get a move done. Can he swing it round the outside? Yes, he can. Hopefully, he then gets DRS off that, but I'm not sure if he will. Let's have a look with Danny Rick. He has got the DRS, so that's going to accelerate him away from Lance Stroll very, very nicely indeed. Good work, Daniel Ricciardo. So Ollie Behrman on those soft tyres has overtaken Yuki Tsunoda up to 12th position. A really good move just going up the inside, and yeah, needs to make some moves on those soft tyres. So Ollie Behrman's done really well on those soft tyres. In he comes now. We're going to see how this works. He's going to another set of softs. So he would have done a medium soft run. He might lose a couple of positions here. I think Albon will get him, but he should have a lot of pace towards the end of this race. Danny Rick, just checking in, is still in 8th. He's left Lance Stroll for dead. We're charging up the battery. Piastri's got a problem in front of him as well. So this is going to be very interesting. It's a good stop, 2.6. Much better this time after his 6.5 second stop earlier on. So Ollie Behrman is out. Can he get out in front of Iwasa? That is the question. No, he can't. Yes, he can. No, he can't. He's just... Yes, he can. He is out in front of Iwasa. So I think now we can push these a little bit more, get some temperature into them, see what you can do. Is he's just got to get out of the way for a lap car coming round. But yeah, Ollie Behrman in 14th. Let's see what he can do. We can give him a bit of battery in there as well. And get that one going. We'll put Danny Rick back on. No, you don't need battle assist. There's no one near you. So let's see how Ollie Behrman gets on these soft tyres. He is going to have much fresher, much faster tyres than everybody else. So hoping that he can put in a good stint, and we'll see what he can do. Come on, Ollie. I believe in you, mate. I believe. Danny Rick is managing his tyres very well indeed, and should be on point to see them out to the end. I mean, Ollie Behrman is actually catching what I assume would be Lando Norris. Yeah, so Behrman is very close to unlapping himself, so this could be quite interesting. We are pushing the battery though, so I'll remember to turn that off. But yeah, go Ollie Behrman. Right, they're up to temperature, so we're just going to put them on standard and see what he does. But that's how much quicker Ollie Behrman is on these tyres. He is faster than one of the lead cars. Now, I don't know if there's a bug in the game, which means Ollie Behrman won't get past him, because he'll be immediately blue flagged, but we shall try and just say driving clean air and then just get the move done. Just get the move done, because he is lapping quicker behind Lando Norris. He is lapping very quickly, but I think we would be faster even if we weren't behind. If we weren't behind Lando Norris, I think we'd be even quicker. But there does seem to be an issue here where he can't seem to get the move done. I don't know if we have to use battery to get it done, but I mean, technically, I think Lando is pulling us along quite quickly. Yeah, he seems unwilling to get the move done past Lando Norris. So let's give him a bit of encouragement and see if he can be a bit more aggressive. There we go. That's going to get him past. It's used up a lot of our battery. No, he just immediately stopped. So it must be a blue flag issue that is not allowing him to pass Lando Norris, which is a bit of a shame, because I think Ollie Behrman would very easily catch up the drivers in front. If we look at... so like last lap, we did a 1:17.4. We're lapping a second quicker than Alex Albon at the moment. So we are putting in a good pace here. And Lando Norris is causing being a bit of a pain, isn't he? Lando's being a bit of a pain here, because we have much faster pace than Lando Norris, but for some reason the game is not letting us pass. So I guess while it's doing that, let's top up our battery and see what we can do. Oh, Danny Rick's been on top up for bloody ages. Forgot about that. Verstappen has a mechanical fault as well. Lots of drivers have mechanical faults. We've closed the gap to Oscar Piastri. Absolutely no end. Well done, Danny Ric. He's having a great time of it out there. And yeah, Ollie Behrman still just sitting behind Lando Norris. As long as Norris is doing quick laps, I'm not that fussed. 1:17.1. So yeah, Lando Norris is still lapping pretty much quicker than Alex Albon, which is what we want, right? 10 laps to go. 10 laps to go. Ollie Behrman having another little look. But I don't think he's going to get that one done. You don't have to drive in clean air anymore. You can sit behind him and go the fastest you can possibly go. But yeah, so Danny Ricciardo in 8th. And he is 1.1 off Oscar Piastri, who's got that mechanical fault. So can we nick 7th here? Can we nick 7th? That would be absolutely lovely. So Daniel Ricciardo right on the back of Oscar Piastri. It should be a move he can get done relatively easily. To be honest, we should probably be able to fly past Oscar Piastri, but I might wait. Let's just go into top up, keep charging that battery up, because I think we're going to be able to get past Oscar Piastri quite easily with the aid of DRS here, although Oscar might get it off the lap cars. I'm not too sure, but Behrman is closing in on Albon, just not too sure if he is going to get it done, because he's still just stuck behind Lando Norris, so we'll have to wait and see with that one. So I think now we can go into neutral, because we should be able to get this one done relatively easily with Daniel Ricciardo coming up against Oscar Piastri with a mechanical fault. He pulls wide, and yeah, that's going to be a piece of cake. Right, let's leave him. Let's absolutely leave him dead. Get ERS battle assist on just in case. And yeah, we're absolutely flying now with Daniel Ricciardo up to 7th place as we're coming to lap some cars in front as well. And I think we will leave Oscar Piastri for dead, to be honest. We can probably take battle assist back off, because Daniel Ricciardo can manage this himself utilising the ERS components and positions away. And I think George Russell's a bit too far away, 10.8 seconds, but nice of Bottas to get out of the way. And now we just need an Alpine to get out of the way as well. They've been shown a blue flag, so please do get out of the way. There we go. And Daniel Ricciardo can manage that as he goes. Lando Norris still holding us up, as we would like to go quicker around the Italian Grand Prix, but not going to happen, is it? Not going to happen while Lando Norris is there, so we can just keep charging up the battery and look to take this potentially a little bit easier than we like. Behrman's had a good race in 14th. I'm not too mad about that. Danny Ric is obviously the man we're focusing on. What's his lap times compared to 1:18.3, 1:17.8, so we're probably losing time to George Russell, who I think is getting DRS off Perez anyway. So maybe not. He's actually just all on his lonesome, so he could be in a vulnerable position. We'll have to wait and see. But if Piastri and Hamilton fail to their mechanical issues, Behrman will jump up to 12th, which is a good day in the office for Ollie Behrman. Ollie Behrman's had a little incident. He's had a little incident. We caught up to... why has it gone to that view? Hang on. Yeah, we caught up to Alex Albon. And Alex Albon moved out of the way to let Norris through, and then just completely shut the door on Ollie Behrman here. You can argue we forced him wide. We might get a 5-second time penalty for that, but I think Ollie Behrman's unlucky. He's going to have, what's he got? A bit of front wing damage, but yeah, we had the pace. We caught up Alex Albon, and then just unlucky. So Behrman does have a bit of damage, but we are on the back of Alex Albon, and unfortunately for us, Lando Norris was pulling us along nicely, and then when it all came down to it, it was all a bit rubbish. Let's have a look. No penalties given. They're saying it's a racing incident. Okay, so that's not too bad, but we do have a bit of damage. But on these soft tyres, Ollie Behrman's been really, really good. Can he stick it up the inside on Alex Albon? Not quite. Albon defending very well indeed. Again, I think if we get past, we'll have the natural pace on these tyres to just pull away. But 3 laps to go. Ollie Behrman fighting for 13th. And a lot of mechanical failures happening here in the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. As yeah, Danny Ric has now put 4 seconds between him and Oscar Piastri. So we can actually just tell him to ease off a little bit and go with that. As Ollie Behrman looks up the inside, gets the move done, and hopefully can now just accelerate away from Alex Albon, because he's on the hard tyres and we're on the softs. And we've actually got that done in a pretty decent place on the course as well. Good move from Ollie Behrman. Finally, I'm sure Albon will be annoyed that the first bit went down as it did, as Verstappen's mechanical fault gets even worse. I don't think he's spraying out smoke from his car yet. No, he's not. Piastri is not either. Hamilton isn't either, but he has got a Alpine right behind him, so he must be going really slow. Esteban Ocon's got a bad mechanical fault as well, but it looks like 7th and 13th, because Ollie Behrman is putting a nice gap between himself and Alex Albon there, which is very good to see. Ooh, I'm really hoping that Danny Ric's fuel is going to be okay. We've only got 1 lap left. That could be touch or go. Let's deploy the battery to make sure we get round a bit quicker. I think that's how it works, right? You deploy the battery, you go faster, meaning you need less fuel, because that's all electric battery. So we shall see. So Ollie Behrman here into the final corner, needs to get this move done because Charles Leclerc has won the race. So it's going to be whoever crosses the line first. And I think it's going to be Alex Albon that's just going to nick it, because these guys have both been lapped, and it is. Behrman gets 14th in that one. Daniel Ricciardo has brought his fuel back in line, which is lovely. But P14 for Ollie Behrman, having a really good ding-dong battle with Albon. I think that's such a bad issue that we couldn't get past Lando Norris, because we were so much quicker than him. But it is what it is. But Daniel Ricciardo looks like he's going to come home and bring points back to Brawn again. He has been an absolute legend in this white and luminous yellow car. Daniel Ricciardo is going to cross the line in 7th place, a gaining of 2 positions in the Grand Prix. And that worked really well. But yeah, there's Ollie Behrman's strategy there probably could have worked. As I said, we were so much quicker. We were going quicker than Lando Norris at the end of that race. So I think next year, potentially, a 2-stop could be the way to go. But a good race, 7th and 14th. So Charles Leclerc wins it. Carlos Sainz is second. So it's a Ferrari 1-2 in Italy. They will be going crazy about that. Daniel Ricciardo up 2 places to 7th. And Ollie Behrman up 1 to 14. Very nice indeed. Daniel Ricciardo gets 6 extra points for his efforts, which cements our place in 6th. Now 13 points ahead of VCAR Red Bull. And closing that gap, 12 points to Aston Martin in 5th. The car is looking pretty decent. Daniel Ricciardo had a decent pit stop as well, so that is going to take us up the leaderboard a little bit of our pit stops. We're still not in the top 10, which means we are still number 11, but they've got 21 points, Williams, and that gave us 4 points, so hopefully we are getting better and better. Both drivers hit their race targets. It's an extra cool $1 million in the bank. Absolutely lovely stuff. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are about the simulating a race and then doing one race. Let me know. Or do you want me to simulate some off camera? I'm not sure if I'm going to race Monaco. We might race Monaco, but we shall see. Right, let's have a quick look at what we've got in here. Counter offer for Isaac Hadjar, who we were looking at. I would quite like to, let's have a look at drivers. No, not affiliates. I want to go scouting, drivers, scouting information. So there he is, Isaac Hadjar. We're in negotiations with him. He is enthusiastic. He has a high development rate. That's not too bad. But he's enthusiastic, which means he's getting a development rate boost as well. Let's have a look. Let's see what he wants. As I said, we do need an affiliate in the car, really. We'll just get rid of all of those. Where was Isaac Hadjar? He wants 1.6, so not too much more than what we originally offered to be. Oh, he wants to be a let's have a look. Make counter offer. Yes. Yeah, he wants to be an affiliate. That's fine. Okay, I think we got. He wants no. Well, we're going to give you a bit of a breakout multiplier, and then we're going to knock you 1.5 million a season. Let's go for that. See what he says for that. Hopefully we'll have some news around an affiliate joining the club. Car 2, front wing missing. Install on car 2. Luckily we built lots of front wings. Another thing we've learned from last season, build stuff up front while you've got money. Build things in reserve while you have the money. Okay, so we're going to need side pods, but we should have some new ones of those kind of underfloor. Install on car 2 because we've got another one of those built. We didn't have it at the Grand Prix. And car number 1 doesn't need anything at the moment. So, manufacturing wise, we do need some suspension. Oh, our new one has actually finished designing. So let's get some of that on the go. Let's get 4 of those on the go as well for 1.2 million. Just spending the prize money we just got. And yeah, we've got 2 bits of research. Let's get another bit of research going on the chassis. And we'll whack all of our final time that we've got for wind tunnel and CFD into that. And has anything in here got, yeah, so it's engine cooling has got the penalty, but I'm more worried about airflow. So I think we're going to focus on the airflow for now because that's what makes the car go faster. Engine cooling we can deal with another time. So we will do that with one engineer, because we're just going to spread our engineers out as best we can. Can we put 7? No, you can't. Okie dokie. So we're improving the car for next year. We're getting there. We're manufacturing new components. Next up is Monaco. And yeah, once again, Danny Rick scoring points. What a legend. See you in the next video. Cheers.